What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael and welcome to Fudge Muppet. Today I'm going to be taking you through a Fallout 76 showcase of the Excavator Power Armor, showing you what it looks like, what its stats are, and importantly, how to get it for your character so you can wear it too. This is a set of power armor that I've wanted to own since I saw it in some of the footage shown off before release, and we're all about cool character aesthetics here at Fudge Muppet, so this is a piece of armor we really appreciate. The bright yellow pieces really make it stand out, and the red bits on the pauldrons really make you feel like some sort of mining construction vehicle. The color blend between the yellow and the kind of camo green parts looks really neat too. Then of course there's the silver, like that scene on the helmet, which by the way has a giant headlamp on the top of it, as you can see. It's a pretty beautiful set of armor, and even features a construction pattern around the wrist area, although it doesn't have that much of a unique effect apart from A, when you use the arm pieces together, it increases your yield when mining, and B, making you feel like Bumblebee from Transformers. You'll get some pretty cool screenshots for your loading screens with this armor too. So you'll see plenty of this sensational armor throughout the guide, but let's see the stats real quick. So the first thing to note is that you can create a level 25 version of the armor, which is the base one you'll need to create to finish the quest, which I'll explain soon. But you can also create a level 35 variant, but it requires more resources. So the level 25 version, the stats are as follows. On the Excavator headpiece, you've got 24 damage resistance, 24 energy resistance, and 35 radiation resistance. It has a weight of 10 and a value of 49, and as you'd expect, it prevents damage and disease from airborne and waterborne hazards. But look at the resources you need to make it. Pretty intensive stuff, isn't it? The headpiece needs 6 black titanium, 12 glass, 13 rubber, 10 screws, and 17 steel. I'll explain how to get black titanium after going through the rest of the armor stats. For both of the Excavator arms, they also have 24 damage resistance, 24 energy resistance, and 35 radiation resistance. So exactly the same as the helmet. The weight of each arm is 11 and the value is 61. As I said, you can see the effect states increased mining yield when left and right arms are used in tandem. The resource requirements for each arm are 6 black titanium, 10 gears, 9 oil, 10 screws, and 17 steel. The leg pieces come in with the same resistances as the arms and helmet. 24 damage and energy resistance, and 35 radiation resistance, but the weight of each leg is 12 and the value is 81. The resources needed to make each leg are 6 black titanium, 9 oil, 10 screws, 30 springs, and 17 steel. Now finally taking a look at the majestic torso piece, it has a damage resistance of 42 and an energy resistance of 42 and a radiation resistance of 59. It has a weight of 15 and a value of 113. Now in terms of resources, for this bad boy you're going to need 6 black titanium, 10 gears, 6 nuclear material, 13 rubber, 10 screws, and 17 steel. You'll need to be level 25 to do the quest to make this armor, and you have to make the armor as part of the quest, which is really straightforward by the way. But if you do want to make the level 35 version, I'll show you the resource requirements on screen, and you can pause the video if you're interested in seeing them. As for stats, the helmet, arms, and legs have 30 damage and energy resistance and 45 radiation resistance. The level 35 torso piece has 51 damage and energy resistance and a radiation resistance of 75. Overall, it's not the most powerful power armor in the game. For example, T51 is obviously better, but it's not awful. I mean, I just use Raider power armor for my character, which looks awesome anyway, and I still feel pretty damn protected in it. Power armor is just powerful. But I guess if you wanted to just make the strongest character of all time, instead of going for what looks coolest, then this power armor won't be the best of the best. As you can see, you need a lot of resources, so if you're like me and didn't have all the stuff you need to make the armor, the quest technically takes a while because you'll need to go and collect it all. If you do have all the resources, the quest is actually extremely quick. It's pretty basic stuff you'll just find from scrapping junk and weapons and armor you don't use, so pretty much my advice is to just get scrapping, and you can even even go to the White Spring Resort if you want to buy some resources in bulk, but it's kind of expensive. That said, I do have some proper advice for getting the black titanium, because as you can see, you'll need quite a bit of it. So it's quite easy if you're good at killing Deathclaws. Go kill Deathclaws. They all seem to have black titanium on their corpse. There's Deathclaws around the Cranberry Bog area and also in some main story areas, which I don't really want to spoil, but if you remember Sam's bunker, that's a good spot. One easily accessible spot for you is called Deathclaw Island, which can be found northwest of Vault 76, as you can see here on the map. I remember going to this area before the beta when I went to the Greenbrier in real life, and it's probably not, but I really hope it's a sneaky reference to our Deathclaw Island video we made for Fallout 4, where we actually used Spectacle Island to create a bunch of Deathclaws with feeding areas and everything like that. Anyways, you can farm Deathclaws here to kill in order to get black titanium. It's not uncommon for them to have 4 or 5 pieces of black titanium scrap, so get Deathclaw hunting. Another way you can get pieces of black titanium is to kill mole miners. Take the miner suit scrap from their corpse and then scrap it. Alright, so let's talk about the quest to get this excavator power armor. And keep in mind, I'm actually using a mixture of my footage and Scott's footage. Sadly, I don't personally have this armor for my character, but Scott does, because I actually ended up giving him some of my resources so one of us could make the armor. We didn't actually have enough resources for both of us to make it, so Scott is the one wearing the armor in this video. The quest is called Miner Miracles, and to start it, you'll want to head to the Garahan mining area, located at the bottom of the map, south of Lewisburg, as you can see here. I'm not sure if the first step is necessary, but we went to the Garahan estate and we quickly received the objective, Discover Garahan Mining's Innovation. We were then given a map marker which led us to the nearby location, Garahan Mining Headquarters. The map marker directed us to a poster. You'll want to go up to the Garahan Excavator poster and press it, which will then give you the quest Miner Miracles. There was also a pop-up saying, warning, Miner Miracles cannot be completed until you've reached level 25. A subtitle underneath the quest name says, because the smart miner can always use an extra pair of hands. Your first objective will be investigate Garahan Mining Headquarters. You'll want to head inside the building and go down to the lower floor, heading through the door that says Garahan Mining Atrium. Fighting whatever enemy type spawns in there, which I've now discovered is actually random. I've had mutants, robots, and mole miners at different times. You'll want to head down the stairs and over to this terminal. Use the reception terminal and press the first memo available. Your next objective will become consult the project manager's terminal. So you'll want to follow the path on screen through the various rooms, corridors, and down the stairs into this next area. Here you'll clear out more enemies and head to the terminal in the room with the power armor racks. Accessing the project manager's terminal, you'll want to press excavator module blueprints. This will unlock all of the pieces of the excavator power armor for crafting. Your next objective of the quest will be to actually build all the pieces of the power armor at one of the power armor racks. This is where your quest progress will be put on hold until you have all the resources you need to craft it. But once you do have all the resources, place down your power armor chasis near the power armor station and craft the excavator power armor. Congratulations, now you have the excavator power armor. The rest of the quest simply involves you walking into a room near the power armor stations and pressing a button that says register excavator armor. A blue light scans you and you've got the armor and the quest is complete. I was with Scott completing the quest with him, but he wasn't recording his footage at the time he got scanned by the blue light, and like I said earlier, I gave him my resources so only one of us could have the armor to scan, so only he could technically finish the quest. As you can see though, the quest was incredibly straightforward, and pretty much just a neat way of being like, hey, here's the excavator suit of power armor, have fun. Overall, the power armor is one of my favorite sets in the entire game that I've seen so far, and it reminds me a bit of the modded build we made for Fallout 4, called the Constructor. The armor we used for it isn't nearly as polished, as it's way more rusty looking, but it's a seriously cool character with a modded chain chainsaw weapon, so definitely go check it out if you're wanting to play Fallout 4 again. Anyways, if you want more Fallout 76 in your life, definitely subscribe, because we're going to be making plenty of guides on how to get all the unique gear, and likely videos about perks and build related stuff. We also plan on making a video or two explaining how we would make the game way better. Consider it an ideal Fallout 76 video. Thank you all so much for tuning into Fudge Muppet. We all really appreciate your support, and as always, if you want to follow us on social media, we've left links down in the description section below the video. Leave your feedback down in the comments below. Let us know what you want to see more of. My name is Michael, and I look forward to nerding out with you again very soon.